So far, we have covered data types, variables, and arithmetic operations. And in arithmetic operations, we have used variables which only had single value. Variables can also have multiple values, and when they have multiple values, that variable is called a vector. So before we go to vector operations, let us understand what are libraries. Now here on the screen, this is RStudio. You can see in the packages tab, there are quite a few packages here. These are nothing but libraries. When we installed R for the first time, all these libraries got installed along with it. These are all base packages. If we need to install a few more packages, we have to go to this tools menu and click on the install packages and then select the package that we want to install. It will get installed from the CRAN repository. Now, why do we use a library? Let me give you an example of the benefits of having a library. It actually saves a lot of coding. Let's say I want to type a function called max. And when I type max, you can see that it is also showing in the braces, it's showing base. Base is nothing but the library. So max function is coming from the base package. All right. So how do we see this? If I go to packages here, and if I have to search quite a bit, instead of searching, I can also type that particular package here, base. So here it is. Now if you click on base, now this base package has got quite a few functions. All right, if we keep scrolling, there are quite a few of them, and all of them are arranged in a particular order. So if I click on M and I go down right over here, we have this max function here. So maxima and minima. So if I click on max, so I can use this function to calculate maximum of a set of numbers. So that is the benefit of having this function called max. We also have it in Excel. How we'll be using these functions, we shall learn in another video where we'll be actually installing and using a particular library and how we use the functions within that library. For now, let us just try to understand what exactly is the library and how it is beneficial for us. We shall learn how to use this help function or the package function in our upcoming tutorials. So right now the objective is to understand the importance of library. So all these libraries have got installed along with R. To understand where these libraries are stored on our laptop, on our machine, let's go to our Windows Explorer, go to C drive, under program files, we have this folder called R. This is the version that we installed. And within that, we have this folder called library. If you click on this, we have all these libraries here. So we also have base. So if we within base, if you go to HTML, we can see all those things. So there are quite a few of them we can explore in our upcoming tutorials. We have to make sure that we don't make any changes in the libraries and the functions and all those packages that have got pre-installed when we installed RStudio. Let's move over to Python. Now for a change, let me open my Spider IDE. So all that you have to do, if you're not sure how, just go to your Windows and just type SPYDER and you just have to select Spider. Okay, now in Python, let's understand where these libraries are stored. Let's go to the Windows Explorer, go to C drive, users, and the name of your folder, the username. Go to Anaconda 3, this is the latest, Anaconda 3. Go to lib and then go to site packages. So we also have a few of them here. And inside packages, if you are already familiar with some of these packages, things like sklearn, and you could have SciPy, then you can search for pandas. Where is pandas? Where can I? Okay, let me just type numpy is here. So let me search for pandas. Yeah, pandas is here. How about matplotlib, mat? So all these folders are here. So these are the libraries that we'll be using. Okay, if we want to understand little more details about how these packages are being taken advantage of by the coder. Let's go to sklearn for an example. And where can we go? Okay, let's take the example of linear model. Go to linear model. Now let me also go to my Spider IDE, and now whatever I code now, please ignore it for now. We shall learn all these things in the upcoming tutorials. The machine learning playlist and the statistics playlist, all these things will be upcoming. But right now our focus is more on understanding R and Python. To call a package or a library in Python, we type like this: from sklearn dot linear model import linear regression. Since this is the class that we want to call from sklearn, all right, and then click on the enter button, and we can use this linear regression, and then uh, let's save it in a particular variable. Okay, and let's click the enter button. Sorry, I need to execute this line first. Okay, once I execute this, now I can execute the next line. So lin equal to linear regression, this particular line has got executed. Now if I type lin dot, and here you see fit, predict, and other things. These things we can see in that package. Now if we go back to that particular package, let me go to that linear model. So where can we see all these packages? So if I open this particular init file, let me drag this into my Spider IDE. There you are. Okay, now here you can see that we get to see this linear regression right over here. All right, and now linear regression is coming from underscore base. So let's go to that now. Let me go, and there it is, underscore base. So let me also drag underscore base, sorry, underscore, what is that? Underscore BASE. So let me drag this one into IDE. Okay, underscore base. Now I have also opened this here. Let me search for linear regression. Control F, linear regre. There you are. So linear regression class is maintained inside this underscore base, which is actually getting called from init. And here, if you see, if you scroll down just a bit, we can also see the other functions like the fit that we were looking at over here. And maybe if I search for predict, Control F, there you are. So there's another function, predict. So all these things are coming right from these functions. If you see, just for linear regression, if you see the number of lines of code out here, number of lines of code comes to somewhere around 620 lines. So these 620 lines is helping us to call the linear regression function just in one single line. We import linear regression here using this command, and then we just call it with one single line. We just instantiate it with one single line, and then we can call this function by just calling that particular variable, and whatever we have here, it becomes very simple for us. That is the benefit of having packages, easy to call other functions. So you have so many things. Now just imagine if you want to have linear regression, logistic regression, and matplotlib, so many things. And if we just want to have all the functions of linear regression, we might have to probably literally type all these things to ensure that we are able to run a linear regression model, and similarly for other models. Now, because all these packages are pre-installed and pre-coded, our job becomes easier. There are other languages, there are other programming languages which are used for machine learning, but since they do not have this benefit or advantage of calling packages, they have to literally code so many lines of code just to ensure that they can execute a linear regression model or logistic regression or even a matplotlib, even for plotting. Even for finding the maximum value of an array of numbers, they have to type at least 10 to 20 lines of code. Whereas in Python and R, we can do that with single line. So I hope you have understood the importance and significance of packages. Now we shall start using these packages one by one in our upcoming tutorials. If you're liking my tutorial, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have any questions, doubts, feedback, or Suggestions, please do share them in the comment section. See you in the next tutorial. Thank you very much.